Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a community begins to mourn the loss of a beloved historic monument dedicated to coal. And folks looking for relief from last month's flooding in Hazard will need to travel to a different site to receive donations.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Friday to you, Mountain family. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this March 28th, and the time is 6 o'clock on the dot. I'm Amelia Lee again with meteorologist Megan Dusmal now for a look at that forecast. Megan, what is going on with our weather this morning? How are we doing? And I know some sunshine is expected on the way.
Well, today we'll have some rain chances in the morning that will clear out, and then we have a little bit of a break as we're heading into the afternoon. But we do have another, again, slight chance of showers as you're heading into the evening. Here's a look at that satellite and radar. Just watching over the past 3 hours as we've seen these very slight chances of rain moving across the area. Now let's talk temperatures because you're starting off the day in the 50s, which is definitely warm, especially for this early in the morning. 6:01, seeing 50s for most of the area and 61 in Somerset. 64 degrees as you're traveling towards Louisville, and some warmer temperatures will be on the way as you're heading into the afternoon, mainly seeing the upper 70s and low 80s. Our warmest temperature forecasted right now, 83 degrees for Jackson, Prestonsburg, and Pikeville, as well as Manchester. Here's how we'll get to those high temperatures for today, seeing it warm up, hitting the high around that 4 o'clock mark, seeing cloudy skies throughout the day. Could see some peaks in between the afternoon hours where the sun gets out just a little bit for you. Amelia?
Thank you, Megan. Well, a historic monument symbolizing coal was damaged early Thursday morning in Harlan County. Harlan police say they got the call around 5:30, and when they arrived at the scene, they found an elderly man unconscious. They believe he had some sort of medical emergency, which caused him to run off the road and into the monument.
You know, it may take a little while to repair the wall and to get it back to the way it was, but we are committed, along with the city, to see the project completed.
Officials at the Harlan County Courthouse say as crews were cleaning up, they were able to pick up some salvageable pieces, and they hope to use those in the future to rebuild. Governor Andy Beshear appointed a new district judge for the 47th Judicial Circuit in Letcher County. Nick Whitaker is an attorney with Hatton and Watts and serves as an assistant Commonwealth's attorney. Whitaker will succeed District Judge Kevin Mullins. Police say Mullins was shot and killed in his chambers by former Letcher County Sheriff Mickey Steins last fall. Steins has yet to go on trial. A woman was arrested Wednesday night after a car hit a home in Wayne County. Deputies were called to the home on East Kentucky Highway 90. They say a driver, Emily Coomer, drove into the garage, pushing another car into the home, then drove away. The 5 people inside the home were not injured. Coomer was found and charged with wanton endangerment and leaving the scene of a crash. Appalachian Regional Healthcare continues to support flood survivors throughout the region. And there are some changes taking place in the weeks to come in Hazard at the healthcare organization's flood donation and distribution site. ARH has continually supported flood survivors since July 2022.
It's a passion for all of the people that work here.
The ARH Disaster Relief Center in Hazard is moving from the old JCPenney building to a new location right here on Roy Campbell Drive. This comes after plans from the city of Hazard to start construction on a new shopping complex in Black Gold Plaza.
We're very much in support of that, and we're happy for the community, but because of that, the Disaster Relief Center is going to have to pick up and relocate.
Flood survivors will still be able to get the relief they need from ARH.
Very happy that we can continue to support the community through the foundation and through the DRC.
ARH employees, like leadership and frontline staff, say they spend their time volunteering at the center with fellow Eastern Kentuckians.
Just to have that support in a community is just a huge win.
Now a closer drive to the hospital. The building allows ARH to improve upon the help they already provide, with more places to pull up and less shopping center traffic.
This has some loading ramps, some offloading ramps, so when we get big trucks that are donated, which we do quite frequently, it'll be much easier for our staff to unload.
Service 3 years in the making.
To have something like that has continuously been able to support the community throughout good and hard times.
With an assurance of continual care. The Flood Relief Center will reopen on April 3rd, which is next Thursday. And again, that address is 414 Roy Campbell Drive. Hours of operation are 10 until 4, Monday through Friday. As Pike County businesses prepare to rebuild and repair, some missions are planning how to move forward past the mud and the muck. The Outreach for Addiction Ministry thrift store has been operating in Belfry for several years, raising money to help fund its sober living facilities. The building took in nearly 3 feet of water during the flood, destroying merchandise and the property. But the community helped owner Paul Williamson build back in honor of his son.
Once we were able to be back in the building after the flood, I had friends and people I didn't even know here to help, and it was just amazing.
Williamson says the community support for the mission has been overwhelming, and he's proud of how strong his community has been since the flood. Former WYMT General Manager Neil Middleton was recognized during the boys' Sweet 16 at Rupp Arena. Middleton received the NFHS State Award for Outstanding Service from KHSAA Commissioner Julianne Tackett. The award is for his contributions in media coverage to schools, coaches, players, and fans during his more than 4-decade career in broadcasting.
Temperatures this morning are in the 50s. We're going to see those temperatures increase even more throughout the next couple hours. So here's what you need to know as you're heading out the door. Mainly looking in the 50s, seeing 61 degrees pop out as you're traveling towards Somerset. And we see some 40s for Jonesville, 46, Clintonwood 45, and Grundy 44. Here's what you can expect this afternoon, mainly looking in the upper 70s and low 80s, with the warmest temperatures 83 degrees for Manchester, Jackson, Prestonsburg, and Pikeville, and the coolest temperatures 75 for Wise. Here's a look at that satellite and radar this morning. Seeing a little chance of rain as we're going through the next couple of hours, tapering off as you're finishing off your morning with another very slight chance of rain this evening. Here's what you need to know as you head out the door. Those temperatures will be warming up, and the main highlight for today's forecast is warm, 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 because it's going to be a warm day. Amelia.
Thank you, Megan, and thank you for joining Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Major cuts to the Department of Health are on the way as officials plan to slash thousands of workers.